Rafi, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, a very difficult loss tonight as Courtney Williams could not come through in the clutch. Like, all I can ask you is, how proud of you that you were able to at least put in a much better effort than in previous meetings against the Seattle Storm?
Rafiq, I thought we played really well tonight. And again, I thought a lot of people played really well for us tonight. I'm kicking myself. Court got a decent look, but I didn't do a good enough job getting us a good look on that last play. And I'm kicking myself for that, but just very happy with our effort. We came on the road, played the best team in our league to a one possession game. And frankly, if we just rebound that one miss this at the end that Lloyd tips in, it's a different outcome probably, but yeah, our effort was really good. And for the most part, our focus was good. In the second half, we defended better. In the first half, they really cut us up in ball screens, and we did a better job in the second half there.
And another thing, Coach, how will this effort prepare you for the next game?
Well, you always want to be able to build off a win, right? But I think our players understand that they made a great effort and they put themselves in a position to win in a very difficult situation. And so I would hope that we would take some confidence from this, but that it hurts. Anytime you lose, it hurts. And when you play that well and lose, it really hurts.
Emmanuel, go ahead.
Coach, in a game like this, when it's this tight, what do you feel was the big difference in this? You fought, you won the fourth quarter, which you want to win at the end, but what was the big difference? Was it that one rebound, or was it something different at the end that that kept you guys from getting the victory?
Yeah, I think that there was a stretch in the third quarter. For the most part, we defended well, but there was a stretch in the third quarter where we lost our defensive focus a little bit. They scored in transition a little bit, found some open shooters. And then, frankly, the biggest difference was they shot it great from three. If you'd have told me that we were going to go on the road, play Seattle, and they were going to go 14 for 22 from three, I would have said we got beat pretty bad. You know what I mean? And we kind of survived that onslaught and still had a chance and just couldn't close.
Spencer, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Just starting off, I was wondering, I know Kennedy didn't play towards the end of the game. Is everything all right with her?
No, she's fine. And when I took her out, I meant to put her back in, frankly. But then as soon as I subbed, and through no fault of Kennedy's, all of a sudden, things started clicking. And I didn't want to, that group that was in there was really defending and was playing very well and was making plays. And so I just decided to go with that group, and they played great down the stretch. I talked to Kennedy after the game, and I told her, you didn't do anything wrong. And I meant to put you back in, but that group was playing so well together, and then she'd been out a while. So I just went with the group on the floor because they'd been playing so well.
Emmanuel, back to you. Go ahead.
The play of Courtney she's an all-star now, and tonight she put up 28 and 7. Talk about her play and what you've seen over the season for her to be able to get to be the sort of the leader of the squad right now, because she's taking the team on her back and she kept us in the game tonight.
Yeah, her confidence level is super high, and her teammates have great confidence in her. Her coaching staff has great confidence in her. And so she's playing like somebody that A, is a very good player, and B, everyone has a lot of confidence in. And, again, tonight I just thought it wasn't just the shot she made, but as you said, she passed the ball great, had a ton of assists. She rebounds the ball amazingly for someone her size. So, she's not just a scorer. I think people had this perception that she was just kind of this stat producing scorer. She's not. She's got a great basketball IQ. She can really pass it. And for her size, she is a great rebounder.
Spencer, back to you. Last question. Go ahead.
Yeah, a quick two-parter from me. In terms of what you saw today on the defensive end, can you talk about A, the team's transition defense, and B, the defense on Stewie?
Yeah, so I thought our transition defense was hit and miss. There were stretches where it wasn't very good, and there were stretches where it was very good. And the problem with Seattle is when your transition defense isn't very good, they just punish you, because what they do is they attack and then the ball moves so quickly that you're just always behind the play. And so for them, it's not just one pass and a shot or two passes and a shot. Once they get you behind the play defensively, they just move the ball until they finally wear you out and take a wide open shot. I thought they did that some to us. And then I thought we did a really good job on Brianna Stewart. I mean, I don't know the last time she was 2 for 11. And so I thought our players did a really good job on her. Frankly, they did a good job on Sue's 5 for 12. Now she makes 5 threes, but they did a pretty good job on her. We lost her a couple times, once or twice we had somebody on her and then we miscommunicated and just left her. So, but yeah, I mean, it's hard to say your defense is great when you give up 91, but against this team, our defense had stretches where it was good. We've just got to have longer stretches.
All right. Thanks so much, Coach.
Thanks, everybody. Oh.
All right. You look at her. Raise your hand. I'll call on you. We'll start with Emmanuel Blaze. Go ahead.
First of all, Courtney, I haven't had a chance to say it, but congratulations on the All-Star selection. Well deserved.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Tough loss. You guys came up here in the Pacific Northwest and played your tail off. You put up 28 and 7. What was it about this game that you couldn't quite get over the hump? What did you see that y'all couldn't get over the hump to take this victory?
Getting stops down the stretch. They made some tough baskets down the stretch. And we kept saying it, like, we have to get stops. We have to get stops. And, sometimes it's just the way the cookie crumble. We know Seattle is a great team, and they have players who make plays. So, tonight it was their night. But, we did our part. We're not going to hang our heads on it.
Spencer Nussbaum, go ahead.
Yeah, Courtney, and again, another great performance. I wanted to kind of build off what Emmanuel was saying. What does it do for your team when Tiana and Crystal are, knocking down shots like they were tonight?
It makes us tough. When they're in their groove and, like you said, they're knocking down shots. We're a tough team. We're a tough team to play against. So, we believe in what they can do and, what they bring to this team. So, like I said, we definitely gonna get it together and get our mojo going and, hopefully win games.
Rafiq Lewison, go ahead.
Hey, Courtney, you did everything you could to carry your team to a possible upset win, but unfortunately, you couldn't come through with the game time shot. Like, what are some of the learned lessons that you're going to learn from when having these losses?
I think we just have to understand that when we get it going, we have to keep our foot on the gas. Like I said earlier, Seattle's a great team. So when we go on that run, we know that they're gonna go on a run as well. And like I said, some nights that's just the way the game ends up playing out. But we're not gonna hang our heads on them. It's tough to come in and beat them at home. So like I said, we had a tough battle tonight, and we're not gonna hang our heads on it.
Emmanuel, back to you.
Court, you kind of mentioned a little bit earlier about the toughness of this team. You guys have had a lot of injuries, a lot of things go on, but you're fighting every night. What is it about this team that keeps y'all together and going out there each night to try to give your best effort?
It's our mentality. Our mentality is, we feel like we can play with any team in this league. And any given night, it could be anybody night. So I think that's our mentality. We go out there and we're going to play hard no matter who we're playing against.
And Spencer Nussbaum, last question. Go ahead.
Yeah, Court. I know that you guys were forcing Seattle to rotate a lot, and it was giving you guys a lot of open layups in the paint. Can you just talk about how and why that was working tonight?
I don't know. Maybe I missed that. Maybe I missed that. But, I think we was just playing Atlanta Dream basketball. So we try and take what the defense is giving us. If that's what you seen up there that they was giving us, we was trying to take advantage of it.
All right, thanks so much, Court.
Appreciate y'all.
All right, we've got Crystal Bradford here. You have a question for her? Please raise your hand. I'll call on you. Spencer Nussbaum, we'll start with you. Go ahead.
Spence,
Hey, Crystal, how's it going?
good, how are you?
I'm doing well. Congrats again on another great performance, even though in the loss. Just wanted to ask about what's been clicking for you over the past couple of games. What's changed in either your approach or just what's been working?
My approach, just staying hungry. I think that my team having confidence in me and my coach having confidence in me, it makes me not want to lose their confidence. So I'm just trying to stay super focused. I don't want them to think I'm not focused. I also want to show them that I'm with them. So that's kind of my approach, just to show them that, hey, I got your back. Keep doing what you're doing. You got a big guard in there with you to, help maintain.
Manuel Glaze, go ahead.
Crystal, playing Seattle sometimes, some teams would bend and fold when they make a run, but you guys didn't tonight. What's the mentality was it for you guys in that fourth quarter? Because you won the fourth, you played it, but you didn't finish the game. What was the mentality to keep y'all in it and keep fighting throughout this game?
Well, look, we're not intimidated by Seattle. It's nothing intimidating by Seattle, about Seattle. I just think we both were scoring towards the end. Nobody got stops. They just was the last one to score. And we're pushing each other. That communication is something different because, in your mind is, you get fatigued and the conversation gets different, but when your teammates are talking to you and saying, hey, we need one more stop, just one more. Somebody tell you that, you can have 3 minutes on the clock, but you're going to do everything you can for that one stop. So I think that's just been our mindset, like just communicating and really telling each other what we need from each other. We are on it about that.
Spencer, back to you.
Yeah, this was another game where you hit the other team with, I think, 3 or 4 spin moves. Can you just talk about what makes that move so unguardable?
Spence, I really hate losing. Oh, it don't sit right. I think that's my biggest thing I'm working on right now. Well, you don't want to, how do you work on losing? You just don't want to lose. It's nothing. Sorry for off the question. Back to the spin move. The spin move is just people try to cut you off left. I think it's super interesting that people are always screaming somebody's left-handed. Nobody's screaming to the other person right-handed. For some reason, some people being left-handed is just such a big thing. So I go left and then I'll just spin. That's pretty much what I always do.
Last couple questions here. Manuel Glaze, go ahead.
You got to get this one behind you because you got a game coming up on the 4th against Vegas. What do you guys got to do between now and then to get ready for that?
Right. You're right. Thank you. We got to let this one go. It's always harder losing when it's a close loss. But you're right. We have to let this one go and just prepare, stay hungry. Like I said, every loss, we're just trying to stay together. Like, it's so nice to receive a high five after you lose. I don't know about other players, but it's hard for me not to feel like it's my fault when we lose. And I mean, leaders should feel like that. We should take responsibility and come out hungrier. But I think with us just staying together when that thing happens, the loss, giving each other fives and stuff like that, just building on it and not breaking apart, I'm sure we'll be ready for the next one.
And Spencer, back to you for the last question. Go ahead.
Yeah, over the past couple of games, you've been matched up against Laney, Stewie, a lot of great offensive players, and you've kind of thrived in those opportunities. Can you just talk about what you're seeing on the defensive end of the floor and what you kind of bring over there?
It starts with hunger. I think it starts with hunger. I guess sometimes I get over hungry and look up and I get a foul. But you know what? That's from doing my work earlier. So just doing my work earlier, I'm getting used to playing these players that's getting into their sweet spot and it's just unguardable. So sometimes it's not about defending, it's about keeping them away from their sweet spots. So my best teacher is experience. So I'm steady learning, I'm steady growing, but trying to stay hungry on these players. I'm not afraid to defend anyone.
All right. Thanks so much, Crystal.
Thank you.
Oh.